Good morning, everybody. It's going to be a quick one, and I apologize for finishing my breakfast, but it's 7:56, and people generally start arriving around 8:10 for the 8:30 class. We got a lot going on, and today, first and foremost, 20.5 was released last night. It's a good one. It's a good one, both if you're into like the sex appeal of it, but it's also a good one if you just see yourself as a humble athlete, regular people. This workout is in your wheelhouse in terms of volume or repetitions, in terms of weight, in terms of movement. And I think that we get very, very distracted by the muscle ups. But if you read it, the tiebreaker is actually the time that it takes to complete the calorie row and the wall balls. And the muscle ups are just, bonus icing on the cake, however you want to phrase that. Theoretically, if that's the case, and you're trying to get, the highest ranking possible, then you basically would see this as a couplet of rowing and wall balls, and then you smoke that and use the remainder of your time to chip away at your muscle ups. If you have plans to get farther into the muscle ups, then of course you incorporate them earlier. We don't have anybody here that's going to be doing, 15 in a row. And so with most of us needing one at a time, two at a time, it is something where we need to see this as a rowing wall ball workout with maybe every, we talked to Jerry this morning, maybe every time you walk under the rings, you go ahead and do a muscle up too, something like that. But be excited about this one. Be excited about this one because it's the least painful that they've put out. This is one where the pain is earned. The others so far, the pain was going to find you no matter what, unless you went full stop. On this one, you guys are going to be very, very good. The wall balls, 120 total across 20 minutes. And I know it's a 4 time, but we always look at the cutoff. Regular people generally look at the cutoff. But 120 is at least 30 less than the average of what we put in wall ball workouts. We normally go with that Karen number of 150. And so y'all have been more than prepared. In fact, on Monday, y'all did 150, I believe, and made it look good. So today, 120 is nothing. And that 80-calorie row, that's something where it's mentality and it's knowing your strength. I believe that knocking out big sets is important there. I think that most of the athletes here, thinking that we're going 80 in a row might be naive. Now, that is an approach, and I don't think it would be a game ender if you did that. I think you'd still be effective when you came off. But I have encouraged this morning 40 and 40 or even 40, 20, 20. And then for those that are, vertically challenged would be the cute way to say that, then we saw a lot of 4 rounds of 20. And that kind of brings me to the main point. You got to have a game plan. But if you're looking at this workout and you're a little bit intimidated, then do 4 rounds, okay? Because 4 rounds would then be 30 wall balls, 20 calorie row, and 10 pull-ups. And that sounds like a regular workout. That actually sounds like an easier workout than we normally program. That's like an easy Saturday. You guys would be rolling your eyes at me if I did that on a Saturday. So be excited about how prepared you are for this and how well you're going to do. For those who don't know the scales, sorry, I've been sick for the past week and a half. I'm getting better. Things are getting better. But it's just runny nose. And the weather dropped again. We're back into the 50s this morning, and so we're 40s this morning. And then now, there should be a difference between 5 a.m. morning and 8 a.m. morning. Both are morning. Both are great. But people that are up at 5, we should have a different, I guess you say early morning. Because the temperature is completely different. So we were in the 40s before the 5, and then now I think we're in the 50s. It's warmed up a little bit. But this weather change, this yo-yo stuff is just crushing me. So we'll see. We'll see if I get better ever. The scales, the calorie row does not change. It's 80 calories for everybody. And the wall ball number doesn't change, but the weight does. So scaled athletes would be 14 for the guys, 14-pound ball for the guys to a 10-foot line, and a 10-pound ball for the ladies to a 9-foot line. The muscle ups change to regular chin over bar pull-ups. So that should be exciting, okay? That should be exciting because and this is going to be interesting. I think it's about 50-50 in terms of people that have a few muscle ups. Should you take on the muscle up workout? We have been telling you this year that we need to go back to the old school open where scaled wasn't an option. And now this isn't for everybody. Scaled is very much an option. If you're going to get in here and you cannot get a 20-pound ball to the line, or you can't do more than 5 at a time, you should scale, But what has happened since introducing the scale division is the beauty of the open is you doing something, you being up against something that you don't think you are going to be able to accomplish. And then as a result of the energy, the pressure in a way, but the cheering on, the support, and the adrenaline you feel from this kind of slightly competitive atmosphere, you achieve something you didn't think you could achieve. And when we go to scaled, it's great. I think it's great. But you need to understand the only reason that scaled is an option is so that they can get more $20 payments. Okay? What else would it be? There's no value in the scaled scores in terms of worldwide leaderboard, in terms of going to the open, going to the games. It was literally just to participate because you could have scaled your workouts without signing up. And so if we remember, scaled was introduced, I think 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now. I think it's 3. And before that, it was one workout. It was one workout. Different divisions might have had different requirements because they still had a masters and they had a super masters. But it was one workout. And so if you didn't have toes to bar, you didn't have a knee raise to go to. You had to try to get your toes to bar. And you could see that as unfair. But the assumption is you didn't spend the rest of your week doing things you couldn't do. The rest of the week you spent your normal training program doing the things you're good at and excelling at and getting better. So to have one workout a week where you might come up against something that might stop you in your tracks, it's not a bad thing. And oftentimes, not every time, you ended up getting your first or getting many more than expected on that movement. Double under is the greatest example, in my opinion, because double under is something that we don't want to confront in life. We don't want to practice. We don't. But then the double under workout comes up and we're frustrated we don't have it. I remember, I think 2 opens ago, and that's really confusing with 2019 and 2020 being the same year. So we'll say 3 opens ago, Kirby, one of our athletes, didn't have her double unders or was uncertain. And then, if I recall correctly, she smashed the face off the double under workout that year. Like, did really, really well. And if she had chosen to scale, and when she started, let me give you the mindset, we thought that we might be just on the rope for the entire workout. It wasn't I'll probably get through it. It was actually, if I recall, it was I don't know. I don't think this is going to happen. And the encouragement was, just try. Let's see how far we get. We can always alter course later. And she did it, and she did it really, really well. And that's just one of many, many stories where people have stepped up to something that they didn't expect to do well on, and because they didn't have another choice, it turns out they can do it, okay? So on today's workout, there is a choice to be made because it's hard to apply that here. I think that this workout with 40 pull-ups instead of muscle-ups is a damn near perfect workout, and it's one that I may tell you is even more perfect if you did it straight through. And I'd probably say it's the wall balls, then the row, then the pull-ups to finish. Similar, you're flippity-floppy on the row and the squat movement as Jackie, but the idea is the same with ending on the pull-ups. And that's because I think that the old open workouts where it was Karen, and then I think it was 70 or 90 double unders, and then 30 muscle-ups. And for most of us, it was just max effort muscle-ups because we weren't getting 30, we were getting like 6. We were 15, 25. In 2012, that year's open, I think the big dogs that year got like 6 muscle-ups in the local gym. Now, that was also the year I believe Neil Maddox lapped the field and did Karen and then did the double unders and the 30 muscle-ups and got back, and I either finished Karen again or got halfway through, some crazy stuff like that. But different times. I like that style workout. Let me shorten this up. This scaled workout is perfect. I don't love, again, that the weight drops. I wish this scaled. I wish you had the option of using the 20 and 14. But with 40 pull-ups, I think it is an excellent, excellent workout. If you're going to do RX and you're not proficient on the rings, I think that you look at this as that 120, 80 calorie sprint, and then remainder of the time, how many muscle ups can I collect at one at a time, two at a time, whatever it may be. If you're more proficient, then it's incorporating the muscle ups into your game plan, or maybe incorporating as many as you've ever done in a workout before, meaning you've never done 40. Nobody here has done 40 in a workout, okay? So maybe I think we've done 15 at most, maybe 20. And so maybe you calculate out the 15 or 20 reps that you know you'll be able to get across the workout, and then any remaining time after that. That way you get your tie break score down, and then you're able to operate with the free time, the bonus time, to get any extra muscle ups that would all literally be icing on the cake. So get in here. We got Friday Night Lights tonight, 6:30 p.m. 20-minute workout means we will have 2 hours of heats, okay? Don't love that, Dave Castro. I don't love that. I don't love how many 20-minute workouts were this year. I love the workouts. The workouts have been great. And if I didn't have to run them, if we didn't have to facilitate the experience of the athletes, I think these workouts have been perfect. But I do wish there was some consideration paid to the fact that people want to be able to do these during class, and athletes want to be able to be counted during class. And I can do that with 5, 10, 12-minute workouts. It's really not a problem. 2 heats, not a problem. But doubling up heats in an hour class with 20-minute workouts with proper prep, I don't know. It's one of those things where, to me, since the Open has less bearing on the games, there's less people that actually can qualify. I get why the workouts need to exist in a certain capacity, because you're still evaluating top 20 in the world and then top winner in each nation. At the same time, though, we keep being told that the affiliate is the heart of the HQ model, and so consideration or something like, I don't know. There seems to be, to me, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, and I wish that they would change that. And next year, every year I ask myself, and I don't say it out loud much, but should we be encouraging people to pay $20 to HQ for this? HQ is doing nothing other than maintaining the leaderboard. And let me explain something to you. Maintaining a worldwide leaderboard requires labor, requires people that need to be paid for it, and they do a really good job. I mean, we've all been on a website that doesn't work well, like that's been thrown together hodgepodge template style, and that still costs, like our Squarespace subscription, I believe, is $500 a year, and there's no bells and whistles, no bells and whistles. I remember when I was shopping, well, hell, Zen Planner wants to charge you, I think it was like $150 a month to maintain your website, okay? And I'm using these, and that's bullshit, by the way, because they literally didn't do anything. And then when you can't call to cancel, they go, oh, wait, there's a $20 a month tier for us just hosting your website. And you're like, oh, maybe you should have said that since all you've been doing is hosting. But Zen Planner is not necessarily the most impressive software out there. And so wasn't shocked, was frustrated, wasn't shocked. But my point is, I get that HQ is providing a service, and it's a really cool service. You can search, like you should, if you submitted scores this year, you should go on the leaderboard and click around. You can figure out if you're a 47-year-old female, you can figure out how fit you are compared to other 47-year-old females around the world, around your nation, around your region, around your city, around your local affiliates. I mean, you can literally filter it down. Some really cool, interesting stuff. And so that does require money. That absolutely requires money. And in a world where, I'm going to a competition this weekend, along with, and that's tomorrow, Hammer and Chisel, Atomic CrossFit, with Hunter and myself on the team, Manny and Adrian on the team, Angie and Morgan on a team, Summer and Stephanie on a team. And we're going to have a great time. But we paid $200 per team to sign up. And we're not getting $200 value. I will hopefully, at most, if we hit the time cap on every workout tomorrow, I will work out for 15 minutes across 3 events. And that's fine. I love it. I can't wait. And I understand things cost money. but I also understand we're allowed to ask questions. And so for the open, at what point do we say, okay, $20 gets me access to this leaderboard? At the same time, $20 could go to the affiliate that's actually running it. You know, I mean, look at it this way. Like, okay, I'm the owner, and nobody ever feels sorry for the owner. But, like, Joel's here every Friday night, and I'm paying him for it. That's extra hours, but there's no revenue being generated there. Okay, so, like, I feel like a business textbook would say there should be some sort of additional revenue. And it seems to me that there at least should be a question of whether that $20 should go to HQ or whether the $20 goes to us and we create a poster leaderboard that we just have up and we update each week or week to week, I don't know, just theoretical questions. But I think today's workout is very, very exciting. I see Javier mentioning I don't have pull-ups. Might be the day, Javier. Might be the day. Okay? Been practicing that kipping swing. We can get that chin over the bar. Because that's the other beautiful thing. It is only chin over the bar pull-ups. It is not chest to bar, which is scales we've used in the past. So, again, get in here and let's have some fun. Tomorrow at Hammer and Chisel, it is a late competition. Athlete check-in closes at 9. I think there's an athlete meeting at 9:15. And we're rolling at like 9:30 or so. And so I love it already. I think George is doing a great job with it. Grace and team at Atomic always do a great job. And being able to sleep in, and like one of his first emails was, I'm not getting you up at 5 a.m. It's ridiculous that CrossFit competitions have you out somewhere before dawn, like before the sun rises. And so I appreciate that. The workouts are very exciting. Workout number 1, partner 1 carries a 100-pound dumbbell, 200 meters. And then partner 1 and 2 split 100 shoulder over at 95 pounds, 50 burpees, and then partner 2 does 25 pull-ups. That's, I think, a 10-minute time cap, something like that. And that's event number 1. Event number 2, the Stafford chapter, which is the one that I'm the most concerned about. Partner 1 runs 400 meters. Then they split 60 overhead squats at 95 pounds, 60 kettlebell swings at 53 pounds. Then partner 2 runs 400 meters with a hammer this time. They split 60 overhead squats, 95 pounds, 60 kettlebell swings at 53 pounds. And then the catch there is the relay station, the baton station, basically like the slap hand station where you're going to tag your partner in or out is 150 feet away. So there's at least a 30-second transition between partners changing out. It's not as if we're going to be able to stand over the bar and when Hunter does 15 overhead squats, he drops and I immediately do 15. You're going to be out there long enough or in a position where is it worth dropping and running immediately, or should you drop, shake, do another set, and then go get your partner? And that's something that will be very, very interesting to see. And then the final workout, which will be the most fun, because it's the third one and it's the simplest. It's basically 20 deadlifts, 20 box jumps, and the deadlifts go up by 20 pounds, and there's 3 sets of it. And then if you get through that third set, the 20 and 20 by 8 minutes, you go back to the original weight. For us, it's going to be 225, 245, and 265. And at least there's no mention of a relay station, so it looks like we can stand next to each other. So I think those can be quick exchanges or quick turnarounds. So that'll be fun. We'll be out there. Atomic CrossFit is located basically southwest on 59, just outside the Beltway. If you're familiar with the area, it's on Murphy Road. So you either can exit Willcrest right at the Beltway and take a left, and that's actually Murphy already, and you write it down, it's on your left. Or you can exit Airport, take a left, and then take a right on Murphy, which is the first main intersection, and then it's on your left almost immediately after that Airport Murphy intersection. So we'll be out there. There's a Starbucks down the road, so there is some hot coffee available. They usually have vendors, but I don't think I've ever. Most cops say they have a coffee shop coming, and then like they either don't or it's not as simple as it should be. So knowing that there's a nice Starbucks and they got the Nitro Cold Brew on tap, it's a newer store. My sister has a house down there, so I'm familiar with the area. So it'll be a good morning. We still have classes here. Joel will be here 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. And it'll be a good time. Whether you come work out and come see us, or come see us, or don't see us, I mean, it's fine. Like it is not close. So that's what we have on schedule. I wanted to also thank Morgan and Emily for being so awesome. They joined the team really officially 2 weeks ago. they've been hanging around longer, but kind of, you know, meeting y'all, getting to know y'all, working out with the classes, and now they've been running the show. And Morgan has caught fire, especially at the 8:30, but the early morning as well, Tuesday, Thursday. They love her. And Emily, Tuesday, Thursday afternoons. If you haven't had a chance to meet her, two awesome women and two awesome additions to this team. Certainly allowing for, at least for myself, to have a little bit of breathing, a little bit. Still looking for a little bit more, but I get a little bit of breathing room here as a result of them being so awesome. So I greatly appreciate them coming onto the team. I hope you're doing well. I've been sick, as you know, for about a week and a half now, and it's all cleared out in terms of like the nasty, the icky, but can't stop that nose from just drip dropping for a little bit too much. So waiting for that to clear up. I do hope to get back on this every Friday or at least once a week kind of thing. And I want it to be more curated and more focused than it used to be. But I do want to leave you with something because it's something I've been battling with. And I think it's always good to leave you with a deeper thought. And for me, it's right now I'm having to realize that you may have made, hi mom, you may have made like a single mistake that is causing the rest of things to appear less successful than they are. And it will then, depending how long, and for me it's been 5 years, and it's been twice. I've made the same mistake twice, and it's unfortunate, but it's a simple mistake, and it's a mistake that we've been able to survive, and we have a chance to remedy. I mean, it's really not a big deal, and what I'm talking about specifically, or let's not be specific, but what I'm referring to is basically there's one thing that has shifted the lens through which I judge the success of this business, and it's caused this business to not be financially viable. And therefore, when I look at things like revenue, or when the winter comes, every winter we dip, okay? I mean, some of you need to toughen up. Some of you need to understand that because you're taking a 3-day vacation, you don't need to pause your membership. And some of you also, and this is a little selfish of me, but like I do want to say it, like we don't do contracts, all right? But like, man, if you want to campaign for why contracts should happen, read my emails in November. Read my emails in November. If you've ever celebrated the fact that somewhere doesn't make you sign a contract, and then you're wishy-washy and you're in and you're out, you're in and you're out, you're exercising your right as a consumer. But you're also kind of reinforcing the need for contracts. And so we've had a number of athletes, and it happens every winter. And then one of the months it'll dip, and then December, January, it'll come back up, and it's fine. But I will say that some of you need to understand a 3-day vacation is not a reason to pause, all right? You need to be getting in here. And we all know that at the end of the holidays, you're going to complain about the weight gain or the lethargic nature with which you've lived your life. And there's no longer going to be sympathy because we were here. We were here just like we were here this morning. We'll be here every morning, you know. But the reason I bring that up is my problem isn't the revenue. Okay, my problem isn't those people that are leaving or pausing. I mean, and that's the thing, right? Pausing. Yes, it hurts, and yes, even if we were in a more financially viable situation, it would still hurt. Revenue is revenue. Profit's necessary. I would love to take a vacation someday. It's been 5 years. I haven't been able to. Someday maybe I will. But because I made a mistake that shifted the business entirely at the beginning of both locations, it makes me on my tougher days believe that nothing successful has been achieved here. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it has absolutely clouded my judgment. And it takes those more enlightening moments or those moments of clarity to say, actually, there's one thing dragging it down. One thing, only one thing. It's not payroll, it's not revenue, it's not athlete retention. It's one thing. And it's not comfortable to admit that we made this mistake, but I did. Absolutely did. I'm the only one that did it. And I should have known, you know, and it's it's something that I'm grateful that I'm able to recognize, but I know this applies to more things in life. So make sure that if you're going through a tough time or you're just extremely down about something, analyze where the actual problem is. And it might be something where it's not that it's not always that you made a mountain out of a molehill. It very well could be a big deal, but it might only be one big deal. And it might not be 10 big deals. Because right now on my bad days, I think it's 10 big deals. And I can't fight those fires. I'm ready to quit. Okay, but when I recognize that actually it's one, the other 9 things can get better too, sure, but it's one thing. It's encouraging. It's enlightening. So that's what I got for you. I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous Friday. We'll see you tonight for 20.5. If you're not coming in earlier than that, I would love to see you. Have a great weekend. Goodbye. Hi, Lizette. How are you today?